Welcome to the Quarterly. This is where we highlight some of our favorite projects that we've created over the last 3 months. As you can tell, we're in our brand new studio. This is an 1,100 square foot space in downtown South Bend. I want to thank everyone that came to our first open house back in January. We had a lot of fun that night and met a lot of great people. Be sure to follow us on Instagram because we're going to host more events here in the future. This first quarter has been great, and one of our favorite projects that we produced this year was our work with Catholic Charities USA. We've been working with Catholic Charities for the last few years on some really great projects. They've embarked on a really amazing project of a mobile museum that's going to be traveling the country for the next 3 years. They reached out to us to create a launch film for their new mobile museum. We were tasked with showing what the museum looks like, how it operates, and showing it driving across the country. This was a really fun project that took us to Detroit, DC, and Maryland. It was also a very quick turnaround. After our last shoot, we had to turn it around within 48 hours. Now, like I said, this will be traveling across the country for the next 3 years, so be sure to look at their website to see when it will be coming to your area. Sarah Bloom owns a letterpress studio that is actually right next to us in this building. We decided to make a film for her, highlighting her story, what she does, and really showing off her letterpress machine and how it works, and really diving into the organic and tactile nature of her work. In late January, our former mayor, Pete Buttigieg, came back to South Bend for a visit. We were contacted by Studio Brewbaker to document his visit to South Bend. We ended up interviewing him at our local brewery down the road, Crooked U, and following him around the city as he made his visit. It's always great to work with our old mayor, Pete Buttigieg, and it was really great to see him back in the city. We had a number of projects with Holy Cross College, one of which was Welcome to Holy Cross College, a video that is sent to admitted students when they are accepted to the college. We framed this more like a commercial, with real students talking directly to camera. Now, we've worked with Holy Cross for a long time, and I can tell you that everyone on that campus is amazing on camera. You would think that these were paid actors. We're very, very happy with how this turned out. Continuing on with our Courage to Act series with Holy Cross College, we produced a short documentary with Professor Tian Zhen about her work investigating lead dust contamination from stained glass windows in Catholic churches. I did not know this, but all stained glass windows are made with a lead-based material. This is a really beautiful piece. We really leaned into the lighting of the stained glass windows, and I'm really proud of how this came together. Like I said, we've done a number of work for them this quarter, so be sure to look into our Substack to see all the videos that we produced for Holy Cross College. The car show that we produced, The Journey, in collaboration with iDart Studio out in Goshen, Indiana, released 2 episodes of Season 2. Episode 2 was released with a 1932 Auburn boat-tail speedster. The second car that was released was a 1934 Auburn that was actually owned and featured in many James Cagney films. This was so much fun to find the old footage from the films and match it up with the new footage that we captured this year. We actually have 2 seasons of this show, The Journey. Be sure to check it out and watch these episodes if you're interested in these cars. They're beautiful cars, lots of history, a lot of beautiful details, so we're really proud of how these come together. In the last few weeks, we actually worked with Studio Brewbaker again, producing a political ad for George Tornado out in Indianapolis. We rented a studio space out there, and we actually produced this in one afternoon, with over 30 local residents on camera. Blaske Studio handled the production services for this ad, and we were really happy with how it turned out. Now, this space is just not an office. We utilize this space, and we've been utilizing it more and more the last 3 months. We've done a number of headshots, as well as working with Dance Society Social Club to produce their Member of the Month series. These have been so much fun, and we really have been enjoying using this space to produce content. This is a great way for us to be efficient and for our clients to be efficient without moving all of our gear outside the studio. To wrap up these projects, we did a number of live events at the DeBartolo Performing Arts Center. We worked with our good friend Amorja Robertson on his return to the University of Notre Dame for his performance of Bespoken. This was an amazing night with many performers, lots of energy, people dancing in the theater. It was a lot of fun to capture. We also captured the performance of Urban Bushwoman. This was a really amazing performance with incredible lighting. The lighting at DeBartolo has always been top-notch. We also did some photography for Martin Hayes, a musician out of Ireland who was incredible. And this was right around St. Patrick's Day, so it felt very fitting. If you haven't been to a show at the Bartolo Performing Arts Center, I highly encourage it. We have a world-class theater right in our backyard. Okay, so that's it for the quarterly. We're gonna be doing more videos like this. We're gonna be doing more in-depth, behind-the-scenes videos on how we produce our videos and giving some tips along the way. So, be sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Substack, where all this content will be held. And we really appreciate all the opportunities to create content in and outside of our community. We'll see you again soon.